up dive. Feel the vibe, get ready to ignite. Untold stories in the airways, flying through the night. Experience voices, tales so bold. Streaming live, the truth unfolds. Untold Radio Network, where secrets come alive. New episodes daily, the mysteries thrive. Great guests, super chat, it's so I remember right. Share and subscribe, join the side where truth can't hide. Aliens in the attic, UFOs in the sky. Cryptids lurking, oh my, oh my. Ghosts in the hallway, whispering your name. The paranormal, the unexplained. Become a VIP, get the inside scoop. Unlock the mysteries, be part of the group. Live streaming stories, they're talking to you. Super chats buzzing, join the crew. Untold Radio Network, where secrets come alive. New episodes daily, the mysteries thrive. Great guests, super chat, it's a wild member ride. Share and subscribe, join the side where truth can hide. So if you've got the guts and you want to explore, tune into the untold, it's what you're looking for. From aliens to ghosts and all that's unseen. Untold Radio Network, where the world's mysteries convene.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Paranormal Spectrum live here on the Untold Radio Network. That's right, Lee Terry is going to be our guest today. We are looking forward to chatting with him. Hello, Kim, and hello, Lee. Welcome to the show. We are live here, so if you guys have any questions for my wonderful guest today, throw them in the comments section, and we'll get to them as soon as possible. But first, guys, coming up, where is Caps going to be this month? Next month, coming up, we are going to be at the Eau Claire Midwest Metaparacon. That's right. It is April 11th through the 13th in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. And I'm going to leave it there because my guest is going to tell you all about that in just a little bit. And then, guys, we head to the Wisconsin Cryptids, Anomalies, and Paranormal Convention in Appleton, Wisconsin. It is going to be a great event there as well. Kicks off Friday night with a Bigfoot expedition and VIP dinner, which is now sold out. And then all day Saturday with over 30 vendors and all of our live speakers, and a psychic gallery reading by Angela Zabel that is included in your Saturday ticket. Also, the premiere of the brand new documentary, The Hairy Man of Dairyland, Wisconsin's Bigfoot by Cryptids, Anomalies, and the Paranormal Society. Check it out.
Right here in the road, and it was right on the line, standing right there.
Whatever it was breaking trees, breaking branches, and I've never heard that before.
And from the basement door, I was like, Louie, I'm pretty sure there's a footprint out here.
And that's when the rocks started coming out of this tree line.
All I seen was hair. And it was like arched over right here.
And then out of nowhere we hear this loud, like earth-shaking grunt.
It rolled its shoulder and grabbed the ground and pulled itself towards my vehicle.
And I heard a plunk, and I come over here, and that squash was laying
about right there in the middle of my garden, you know.
How do you walk in that in bare feet at 30-degree temperature?
Did you see that? What was that? I saw something dark in the light from right to the left. It was big. Could be the other different.
Have no fear, guys. If you guys can't make it out in person to this event, we are going to be live streaming all of the guest speakers, as well as if you purchase a virtual ticket for just $5, you will get a voucher for the documentary, The Hairy Man of Dairyland, valid for 1 month after the convention. So you won't miss out on any of that, no matter where you are or when you can check it out. You can still watch it after the fact. And then, guys, we head down to Chicago for the Paranormal Chicago Convention, June 7th in Countryside, Illinois. And then I will be in Gaze, Illinois for SilCon in September. We got a lot of other library presentations and stuff coming up as well. For all that and more, head on over to wisconsincaps.com, click on the public events tab, and you'll get all the information. If you want to show your support for all things here on the Untold Radio Network, here's how.
Hey, Untold Radio Network fans. Want exclusive perks and to support our channel? Introducing our YouTube membership program with 3 amazing levels. Get loyalty badges that level up to different cryptids the longer you're a supporter. How cool is that? You'll also get access to custom Bigfoot emojis and priority in chat. Upgrade to Backstage Pass for exclusive wallpapers, photos, status updates, discounted books, and merchandise. Go all in with the producer level for everything mentioned plus member shoutouts. Ready for an enhanced experience? Join now, pick your membership level, and let's make this journey even more exciting together.
All right, guys, we are live today. So if you have any questions throughout the show, throw them in the comments section on your chosen platform, and we'll get to them as soon as possible. Soul and Synergy LLC, established in 2018 by my guest Terry Flick, has grown from a humble one-room office in a flourishing hub for the metaphysical community. Located in a welcoming brick-and-mortar store, Soul and Synergy now features an expansive array of stones, crystals, books, herbs, tarot, and oracle cards, and other metaphysical items. This transformation is a testament to Terry's dedication and passion as a Reiki Master Practitioner and his ability to create a space that not only sells products, but also enriches the spiritual lives of his visitors. Under Terry's guidance alongside his husband, Danny, Soul and Synergy has become more than just a store. It's a vibrant community center that the premise boasts a dedicated space for Reiki sessions and a classroom area that hosts a variety of events throughout the month, offering a platform for learning and spiritual growth. This inclusive environment also serves as a consignment area where other vendors can share their unique goods, further enriching the diversity and reach of the offerings available. Terry's involvement extends beyond the day-to-day operations of the store. He is also the driving force between Metapara Productions, which I think is Beyond the Veil now, but the Fair and Expo promotion division of Soul and Synergy LLC, with over 30 shows a year across Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Iowa. And we're going to leave it there because the bio just keeps going. But welcome to the show, Terry.
Right? Wow.
It is amazing. To sum it up, Terry, I mean, you and Danny are both amazing people. I've known you for several years now, and you guys absolutely have your hands full with amazing events all over Wisconsin, Wisconsin, Iowa, and Minnesota. And
Yeah. You never expected to go this far when we started out, you know. It's crazy.
Awesome.
And it just keeps growing and growing and growing, and we're getting into bigger events, stuff that you don't even have yet. So it's like I don't know where to go. People come and they go, "Hey, can we do this?" And I'm like, maybe. And then all of a sudden it just manifests and it starts going. So yeah. Yeah, starting out doing Reiki to promotions of whatever, you kind of in the bio, things have changed a lot since we did the bios. But so Metapara Promotions is the promotion company or the backbone of everything we do now. So, and I would have to go to the website to remember everything we do. But if you go to metaparapro.com, you'll find everything we do there. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, you do books and booking people and all kinds of stuff. So
yeah, we do talent management now too. So he did. Danny does this section, so he did a book release for Meg Bartlett, her Nightmares book or whatever. I apologize, Meg, but and apparently it was amazing. So she's had quite a few sales off that. So yeah.
Well, you guys are doing events almost every weekend, but we want to focus on your one coming up here. I'm going to be a part of it. You got a lot of great people. So this is the Eau Claire one coming up in April 11th through the 13th. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, so that is the whole intention behind this one. So this is the Midwest Metaparacon, was to bring both the metaphysical, the paranormal together in one. I have this feeling that they blend, they are the same, so on and so forth. But that's why we did Metaparacon instead of just Paracon. But yeah, we have some amazing speakers coming, some great para talent, so to speak. I'm just looking, I am going to cheat. I'm going to my website to double check and make sure I don't say anything wrong. But we have speakers going Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Mike Rixicker, we have Cody and Satori coming from the paranormal couple, Ronnie LeBlanc, Aaron Sagers, Chris and Kelly Nielsen out of Iowa, Traveler's Moon. They're coming up. We can go into the ghost hunts too, but Heidi Hollis, Debbie Stellaris from Gaia. She's a galactic person, galactic historian, ascension coach. So a lot of stuff. Friday speakers, Saturday speakers, Sunday speakers. You will have to cut me off when you want to cut me off.
Tell you have the ghost hunts as well. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so we have Adam Berry doing a ghost hunt in Chippewa Falls at the Heidi Center for the Arts. It is sold out. Both the ghost hunts are sold out. And then we have Traveler's Moon coming up from Iowa, Chris and Kelly Nielsen doing the ghost hunt at the Cook Rutledge House in Chippewa Falls. Both very well known for paranormal activity. So yeah, they're quite amazing. And if I could sell, I could keep selling, right? And stuff, but we got to make sure we have a nice experience for everybody and it's not overcrowded. So, but the VIP dinner Friday night, I can tell you that it is held at High Country. It is going to be held at High Country. It is the Country Jam grounds, if anybody knows Country Jam. It's been going on for years in Eau Claire, but it is part of the new facility. We will have meet and greet, having dinner with the stars or the talent, and then we're going to do music afterwards. So it's an all evening, nice inclusive event. Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of work. It's definitely going to be a huge event. Yeah.
Let me do one more thing real quick. So Sunday, we have Aaron Houdini coming. Well, he'll be there actually all weekend, and he is going to do a magic show for us. It is free. It is interactive with the crowd. So he isn't going to be doing like the escape artist type stuff, but the illusionist type stuff. So yeah, so free event with paid admission. So,
and he is related to Harry Houdini, correct?
He is the great nephew of Harry Houdini. Yes. Yeah.
I couldn't remember where he fell in the relation and stuff, but
Yeah. Quite the nice guy. Somebody you might want to have on your show one day, because he does a lot of stuff up by Land O'Lakes, Wisconsin.
Okay.
So
very cool. Yeah, it definitely sounds like it's going to be a great event. I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully everyone can come out here as well. Lee is like the never-ending thing over here. She goes, Barnaby worked as a magician. Yeah. We had this discussion on someone else's show, Scott and Hannah Violet from Squatch America, and we were supposed to have a magic off at my event in May. So
nice.
Yeah,
nice.
Lee is the one that never forgets things that get mentioned on my show.
Right. She's amazing. I love it, Lee.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So now that we got some promoting and stuff out of the way, we'll get to more at the end of the show. But it's a great event. You got tickets still available for the event itself. Sounds like the ghost hunts and stuff is sold out. The VIP dinner still tickets?
Still tickets for the VIP dinner. Not a lot, but there are still some. I have promo codes out there. So if you want to do the VIP dinner with a 3-day pass, so you get to come all 3 days, and I'm going to guarantee you it is somewhere on our website. If I go to the homepage,
the link is in the show notes for your page as well for people interested. So
I mean, it's like $100 savings. So it's a big saving.
That's awesome. Very cool. Very cool. So besides all this, you started off as a Reiki practitioner.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about that because I feel like, most of my audience probably understands what it is. Lee says that she's taking your classes as well for that. And, but let's just start out. What is Reiki?
So Reiki technically is and I don't want to say ancient, because we did some checking. I just taught last weekend, and it's like 150 years old. It's not like forever ago. Although, that is when Dr. Yusui brought it back, was about 100 and whatever years ago. And if it is believed that this is the same modality that Jesus used to use in his healings. So, it is basically being attuned to the energy around us, and then being the conduit for it. So, some people think that doing Reiki connects you is part of like being able to see spirit and hear spirit and the mediumship stuff and all that stuff. But that is not exactly what Reiki is. Reiki is just being the conduit and doing the healing on the physical, emotional, mental body. The other stuff is bonus, right? It's kind of like you get the vibrations are raising and the body gets cleared of junk and toxins and stuff as you're doing multiple healings a day sometimes. And those connections to spirit or to creator or to whoever, a lot of my stuff is going alien, like crazy. Like I see aliens in my healing room every day now. So it's kind of cool. But so it's getting what I do is basically my main job. If you come in for a Reiki session with me, is to get the body to be harmonizing, balanced, and then which allows the emotional stuff to start releasing. So
interesting. Now this is the whole metaphysical, which is really interesting because I've heard this, the term before, but it wasn't until I started doing like the metaphysical events and stuff that I realized that the metaphysical is basically like the rest of your body that the doctor doesn't take care of.
Yeah. So if the body isn't in harmony, the body can't heal. And so basically what we're doing is getting the body in harmony. So, the basic 7 main energy fields of the body, the chakras, knowing there's well over 200 chakras within your body, but we work for the main 7, and getting those so they're working optimal, and there's a nice energy path up and down, allows things to start working as well. So it gets the body able to start healing itself, because the body's an amazing thing. It can truly, if you give it the tools, it can heal anything that goes on with it.
I believe it. After a good meditation, I feel a lot better usually. So it's quite interesting. So let's talk a little bit about how do you perform a Reiki? Like what do you do for yourself to get you into the space to channel that energy? Because like you said, you're not a medium or any of that stuff with this. This is energy healing. And then how do you channel it into a person to know where to work and so forth? Kind of walk us through it a little bit.
So for like our beginner students, right? Let's go start there. So really it is, we call Reiki, there's a word for it. I'll come back to that. Okay. But it is like how I start it in the beginning was I went through like rituals. Like I would clear the room. I would ring the bells. I would chime the bowls. I would do all the things to let spirit know that I'm ready to work, and that I would then, connect in with the energy of Reiki. And in the beginning, it was like an hour of silence. I would put my hands on places I was pushed and pulled to go. And they truly do. They push you around. Like I can feel pressure on my shoulder to go left or go right, or just knowing that, oh, wait a minute, there's something wrong with that kidney. Let's go put our hand on that. And then you get done with the session and the client's going, how did you know? Like, I don't know nothing. I don't know a darn thing, but they know. And that's how we do it. So it really does, balance it out. And yeah. There we go. Reiki's the gateway drug to all things metaphysical. That's what we say. Interesting way of putting it, but it truly is, because if you look at tarot readers and psychics and mediums, and how many of them started out doing Reiki? If you really look at and talk with them, I bet you over 75% of them do Reiki or have done Reiki on some levels.
Interesting. Now this is really interesting because I was talking to you before the show. I don't remember having anybody that did Reiki on here, and correct me if I'm wrong, because maybe I did. Lee listens to all my episodes. I'm sure she remembers, but you talked about being guided by spirit to know where to place your hands, where to work and stuff like that. So you still, being a Reiki practitioner, you still have that connection with spirit that's almost like a medium or a psychic. You just don't speak with them.
Okay, so as time progressed, I became more psychic. I've taken classes to develop those abilities. Dieta and Christina are both my mentors. Mediumship finally comes in a few years down the road, where I quit creating the blocks within my body to allow those things to come in. So once I let everything go and say, all right, guys, I'm good. I can do this now. Let me see it. Let me hear it. Let me feel it. I have just one rule. I don't want blood and gore. That's my only rule. So, and then those things start happening. So, like I, talk about seeing aliens in my, healing room. Literally, I see aliens standing in my healing room. I've seen a witch doctor in my healing room. I've seen Dr. Yasui in my healing room. So it isn't like me asking them to come, because the prayer I say is just allow what needs to be done, and allow the energy to go where it needs to go. So it is not like I'm commanding Dr. Yasui to show up and do a session with me. It is just how spirits allow it to happen, how they come through. Did I cover that question? I feel like I went off there.
Kind of, yeah, kind of. Okay. No, we were circling back to that alien thing. Don't worry.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
There's a lot of debate on whether these aliens are interdimensional or of a different vibrational dimension here on Earth. So are they part of our Earth as we don't know it, basically just another realm here, or do you see them coming from another planet? What are your thoughts on what's going on there?
So I see it as both.
Okay.
I think they've been here forever. As long as whatever the case may be. I've had encounters now, knowing what I know now, in my younger years. I didn't realize what it was way back then. The ones that I believe that show up in my space when I'm working are here. They're here to help. They're here to help with healings. They're here to give us guidance. They're here to, do all per se white light and love work. I don't feel anything ever negative with any of them that have shown up. And I can honestly say last night we were doing what we call a Reiki share, where practitioners get together and work on each other. And there were healers there that could see them around me. So, I think they come in from other planets, but I also believe they've been here for, and however you call it, tribe or whatever, has been here for a very, very long time.
What, not politically correct, what species or what do you see like when you see the aliens?
Mainly Octarians. At least those are the ones that were with me last night. I have not seen grays per se, and don't trust me, I'm not fluent on alienology, whatever you want to call it, because people are going, well, what about this one? I'm like, I have no clue. Barnaby, I'm probably the worst one to go do research. Like, you know what? Spirit gives me what spirit needs me to have.
Mm-hmm.
So if they need me to have aliens with me, they're going to give me the ones I need.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense. I had a gentleman in the store here yesterday, and he was so scientific, and he's like, but how? And I'm like, I don't know. I just know.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's fair.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So again, we are live. If you guys have any questions in the comment section's going crazy over here. Mostly Lee, as usual.
Yeah.
Lee does want to know a very important question here. Is there karaoke at your event in April?
No, it's live music.
Oh, is Lee doing the live music? Will she be performing?
Well, we could see if that could work out.
I rope you into things. No, you gotta get this. All right. Now, moving on. So there's, I've been to a lot of your events, and I've seen a lot of different things as far as Reiki or different ways of this being performed and stuff. I've seen drums, I have seen incense, sage, all kinds of stuff. So one of the things that I've noticed is used in these, and I would like to talk a little bit about, because I know that you sell this in your store, is all of the different crystals.
Well, everything you just talked about, I sell in my store.
Yeah.
So, except for the drums, because we're out of them, and we're doing a drum making class in September, so we'll be having more after that. But
one sec here. I don't think we've mentioned where your store is. Where is your store?
Oh, we are 1233 Menominee Street, Eau Claire, Wisconsin.
Right in Eau Claire. There you go.
Yeah.
I believe the Soul and Synergy website is also in the show notes, as well as the stuff for the convention. So
yeah,
but carry on.
Okay, so the question was more about crystals.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so I can stand here or sit here, whatever. Crystals. Crystals. I keep crystals on my desk because they are a form of energy, right? Every crystal has an energy to it or a frequency with it. Some are more healing per se than others, that energy that they flow. Like if I'm working with somebody that has circulatory issues, I'm going to grab bloodstone. Heart issues, I'll grab bloodstone. More even vibration than high vibration. But they come in, I don't know, like black tourmaline we use for protection. Anything like black, so like obsidians are reflective of negative energy. Tourmaline absorbs negative energy. We use selenite to clear because it vibrates so high. I use it more than I use clear quartz. It is just such a pure, beautiful energy that people say that say you work in a busy office and they have people that come into their office and just irritate them. I say, all right, well, this is what we're going to do. You're going to take some selenite, and you're going to take some black tourmaline, maybe a little tiger iron or tiger eye, and we're going to put that on your desk, and then we're going to sprinkle some black salt in the doorway, and tell me in a couple of weeks how that works for you. And usually they come back and go, oh, thank you. I don't see them anymore. So using those energies of the stones and stuff to ward off negative energy, clear the space in which you work, or just your physical body as well, or use them for healing as well. So like taking like the bloodstone for circulatory or blood issues, or what was the one I was thinking of? Hematite for grounding. Things like that. If you're a very anxious person, you should be carrying hematite. It helps to ground out and level those energies of anxiety.
Interesting. Absolutely. So if you guys have any questions about the stones or anything that specific questions, throw them in the comments and we'll get those answered.
Just don't call them rocks.
I said stones.
Yeah, I know, right? We don't pay for rocks, we pay for stones.
Okay, so why? I know this is going back to that same scientific question about like the aliens and stuff, but why do people believe that certain crystals hold power? Or if you just want to go straight out and say, we know that they do, why do they hold that powers?
Well, it's scientifically proven that, and they can measure the vibration of the stones and stuff. So there is that. And the whys are very interesting. It just is. It is one of those things that, at least for me, it just is. There's no like I hold stones and I can sense the energy within them. I can say, because this brain is always talking up. It's always asking questions. It's always, I don't do any of this by myself. We don't control our life or our destiny. And I accept that. And so when I hold a stone and say, or grab my pendulum and say, is this good for Lee? And my pendulum says no, then Lee doesn't get it. My pendulum says yes, then this is the one you need to carry. Or I hear coming in the side of my right ear, I hear yes, then that's the one we do. Or I'll do the muscle test, or the sway test. There's all these things that your body can help you to distinguish what you need. So my best thing is, here's my favorite thing. When people come in the store, I have like 250 different stones out here. Tumbled stones, all little pocket-sized stones, and I have them close their eyes and just start running their hand over the top of them. When you get the tingles in the palms of your hand or the palm of your hand, that's where you stop. That's the stone that is meant for you that day.
I don't know if I've ever told you this. I know I talked about it on the podcast that when we were recording podcasts, Whispers from the Dark, from your events and stuff, when we brought them to the shows. The very first show that I did of yours was in Eau Claire. You remember that? The big snowstorm and so right around the corner from me was a vendor that was selling crystals and stuff. And I had walked over there and I found a stone that I really liked. And the vendor wasn't there. It was towards the end of the day. So I went back and I was recording a podcast. In the middle of the podcast, they started packing up. And I had to, something inside me told me I needed to go buy this. And so I literally all right, hang on. I got to be right back. And my co-host carried on the podcast with me. And I took my stuff off and I went over there. And since then, it's been, 4 or 5 years now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have had this on almost every single day. It is Snowflake Obsidian.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, great protection stone.
And I don't know why, but this one stone called out to me, and I bought this cage from you too. So
yeah,
it has been with me almost every single day that ever since then. And I don't know why, but that one called to me, dragged me back over to the stand.
And it's like that with so this alien guy, you know, yeah, this was before I really got into aliens. I'm up at last November. I'm up at WitchyCon of the North in Duluth. We promoted their event. We were vendors there, and I'm doing readings because I do psychic mediumship readings at events now. And I'm sitting there doing readings, and I get this little poke in my back. I'm like, okay, I'm busy. I'll be right back with you. And I'm doing this reading, and it's just getting stronger and stronger. And I had a lady come up after this one got done, and she said, "Can I get a reading?" I said, "Can you give me 15 minutes? Because something is poking me and I have to go figure it out." And I walked and I walked and I walked until I kept getting drawn into this one booth. And this guy was sitting in that booth, and I went, and this is me. I went, "Really? That's what I have to have?" I'm like, all right. I don't know why yet, but okay. So I buy it, and I take it back, and lo and behold, the alien stuff started getting stronger and stronger since I've gotten this. So is it have any significance except for maybe going, "Yep, he's good. Here's your sign that he's good. Go touch him. Go talk to him." I don't know, but when you're drawn to do, you have to do.
Interesting. We can continue on that for a little bit here, but I do have a question here for you in the comments. Any particular stones, crystals for home protection? I place some of my quartz, etc., at my windows, but I never know who to believe when it comes to this stuff.
So when we get into home protections, we talk about gridding the house, right? Like we can grid individual rooms, we can grid property, we can grid the whole house, or whatever the case may be. So this is something like for this person, I would talk and tune in a little bit more and actually, are we just looking to raise the vibration of the house itself, or are we looking for more protection, right? So, if it's more just raising the vibration and keeping it nice and clear, well, then, yeah, we're going to go to quartz and selenite and maybe throw some tourmaline. We make these little bags with the 3 stones within them, and then we put them in the 4 corners of the house. Then we will sit there. When I go and do a house clearing or whatever, I will envision the violet flame, and I will connect those 4 bags with a flame and raise that flame up the walls. And so it holds that positive energy and it keeps it clear. Hope that helps her.
There you go. He says, my sister does some Reiki. She had a Reiki master send her some crystals. He did some stuff too, and when I picked up the box from the mail, I felt it in there. Mm-hmm. I immediately asked her what it was and knew it was something awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, we ship, and when we send, I hold them before I send them. I clear them. I put Reiki energy within them, so they have safe travels. If I send, like if we sell books or whatever, I always put a black tourmaline in it for a safe travel for the book itself. So, because when things travel, and here's the other thing, when things travel, how many hundreds of people have touched it on their way to you? Or even in the store, how many people have touched it before you bought it, right? So we clear it, and then we keep it clear with the tourmaline till it gets to you. So word to the wise, anytime you buy stuff at any store, you should clear it before you bring it in your house. Especially buying things at the secondhand stores.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why we have people that come to the show and talk about haunted objects.
Very cool. That's another good point. Your store does ship stuff. So again, Soul and Synergy, you go into the show notes, you get the link to that, and there's all kinds of cool stuff on there, and you guys can order directly from them and have it shipped anywhere. So
Yep.
Very cool. So going back to the crystals and stuff, I want to get your idea on quartz. So you talked a little bit about how science has literally shown that different crystals and stuff vibrate at different frequencies. Now, quartz is a very interesting material because according to science, it's not a solid.
No. It's also programmable.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's said that the Lemurians put their life, their history, whatever, within quartz. I'm sure if I look deep enough in here, I probably have a Lemurian quartz laying here somewhere. But I literally I take two quartz crystals, and I haven't done this for a while. Thank you. And I will program them for whatever I need them to do. And then I will send them home with clients. So if it is holding the Reiki energy for them to continue healing, or if it's helping them with an addiction of some sort, we'll use a lithium quartz for that to help with addictions and depression and stuff. But yeah, clear quartz is amazing. I just go to selenite more for clearing and for holding that vibration, if that makes sense. I don't know. I can't say that it's more steady. You know what I mean? Than one or the other. It just, for me, selenite is the stone I go to for clearing. So
now I know like you sell it and stuff but you see these like selenite, either the wands or the discs or the bowls. Now, can you talk about like how, like I use my selenite bowl to hold all my other stones. And when I take this off at night, I put it in there for clearing as well. All of my bracelets, I put on my selenite wand thing.
Yep. So selenite is the stone we use to clear other stones. So like that's why you get the bowls or the charging plates or whatever you want to call them. It is the stone that doesn't need to be cleared. It isn't one that has to sit out in the moonlight and all that good stuff. I don't have windows in my healing space, so I have like 2 foot by 3 foot slabs. A slab of selenite, and all my stones that are for healing sit on that, so they're always clear, always ready to go. But yeah, that's why we use selenite when we do gridding. I know some people will say use quartz, but for me, the selenite works. So.
So you mentioned like putting your stones out in the moonlight and stuff. Could you talk a little bit about how you actually clear them?
So people that don't do Reiki, or have like selenite in their house to set them on or whatever, you can do several things to clear, but the 2 main things that one is doing Reiki and putting the energy of the Reiki within the stone. The other one is 12 hours of daylight, 12 hours of moonlight. So once a month in the full moon. So it's a 24-hour that will clear out any energies within the stone and basically they say recharge it. So it should be, to make sense to me, it would be put out in the morning of the full moon. So you put it out the morning before the full moon hits that night, and then the next morning you bring it back into the house. And then people always, I've talked to people that use cold tap water, running tap water over it for 5 minutes helps clear it out as well. Makes perfectly good sense to me because water is a cleanser. And it's like when we do things at the lake or the creek or the river, flowing water takes all that heaviness out of your body. So yeah, those are the ways we clear.
That's interesting. So, a lot of times in the paranormal world and stuff, we hear about running water and limestone and stuff is conduits for energy and amplifies these things. So it would definitely make sense that your running water and stuff would help cleanse in that. What about limestone?
Oh, good question. I don't know a lot about limestone.
Very good. All right, moving on. No, just kidding.
That's what I really. Isn't like limestone soft, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. So it would be. I would. If I can envision it, it would be more like an absorber or a filter. Of some sort. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, we always hear of it as being a conduit to like help, manifest paranormal activity and stuff. So I would put it more like a quartz or something, that has more energy to it. But
yeah, I would have to hold it and see what I get off it to know for sure. But
so you don't sell any limestone in your store?
No, not at all. Never really been drawn to or even like this is the first time I've heard of it. So I mean, I heard of it in our world, so to speak. I've been to limestone quarries in years past, but not since I've been doing metaphysical stuff. So
So there's a lot of, and I'm going to say this, and you're not going to like it. There's a lot of rocks out there that see. There's a lot of rocks that you don't sell. Like, so what is the difference between a rock that you find on a railroad track or something, or in your backyard, versus these crystals? How are they form different, or do you know anything about that?
I don't know a lot about the geological structures of stones. What I do know is all stones hold energy on some levels. You go to like the crystal stores and stuff, and they're labeled. We know where they came from, all that kind of stuff. At least we trust our vendors that this is what we're getting. I'm getting to the point where I can hold something and go, "Oh, you're full of crap." This did not come from there, because I can see it, and I can, if I ask the question, did this come from Brazil or did it come from Africa? I'll get the answer, and then I'll go back to my vendor and go, "Can you tell me more about these stones that you say come from wherever?" But you can find, just walking in Wisconsin, right? You can find red jasper, you can find different stones within, Lake Superior agates are all over Wisconsin. You don't have to go to Lake Superior, the shores, to find agates. You just walk the fields. If I had it here, I'm sure it's somewhere else, but I was given a Lake Superior agate about the size of a baseball, and they found it in a field just like 20 miles from here. So, but all stones hold energy of some sort. And here's the thing: if you hold it, it feels good, take it home. That's all that matters.
So when we're talking about this stuff, some of the things in the metaphysical world that have, I don't want to say biases to them or something, but like traditions where you're not supposed to buy it yourself. Someone is supposed to buy it and gift it to you. Is that something with crystals? Are there certain crystals that you're not supposed to buy yourself that need to be gifted, or anything like that?
No, not that I've ever heard of. That goes more with the philosophy of tarot. Yeah. And here's the other part of that. And I'm not trying to insult anybody by any way means. In my feelings or my opinions, if you're drawn to buy something, if it's really calling your name, you get it. Even if it is your first deck, and it's usually, I think that saying is with your first deck, right? You should always be given your first deck of tarot cards. But I don't feel it. I don't say, to me, if you walk in my store and you've never had a tarot deck before and you're drawn to it, buy it. Take it home with you.
Interesting. Sounds good. One of the other things I thought that I'd ask you about is incense. And that's another thing that's very one of these, metaphysical things. You burn it at the events and stuff for clearing space and just getting into meditation and stuff. Is there certain, like tell me about that? What are certain scents or that good for? What are they specifically used for?
So truthfully, I don't do a lot with incense because we carry them here in the store. I have chemical allergies, so I really have to watch what we carry and stuff. The ones we have in the store, I don't worry about. They don't have a perfumey smell. I don't get allergic reactions from them, or whatever you want to call it. I'm more into oils, so essential oils for meditation and stuff. But there are people that do come, and there's I want to say it's Namchapa.
Nagachampa?
Yeah, that is like the go-to. Like I sell tons of that stuff, so for meditation purposes. So, but for me, it's when you talk about meditation, which is a very important thing to do, it is more of the essential oils that I use for smells or whatever to get my mind to relax. So frankincense is a good one. Cloves is a really good one to help get the body to relax more. People say lavender. It's not that I don't like the smell of lavender. It just doesn't do for me what the other ones do. So
I suppose that'd also be really a lot better than inhaling the smoke from
Yeah,
incense.
yeah, for sure. You know, and truthfully, you know, if you have it, get it from a trusted vendor, probably not so much to worry about. But I don't know. You know, you buy stuff on Amazon and stuff, and you don't know where it's made or how it's made. And I watch videos on things being made in India and stuff, and it makes me a little nervous sometimes. So I'm just saying.
The stores you wouldn't eat out of. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
No, that's interesting. Yeah. So now again, I can kind of put some thought behind this and say, well, if you're smelling a certain smell, you know, that's very important because your smell, your taste, everything is connected. And we've heard this 100 times, is how a certain smell can take you back to a certain place, a person, a time, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, that is very true. So I can assume that is why these essential oils or these smells, the incense or the oils would have that effect. Is there anything more to it than that? Or like, does it have a certain power to certain smells or?
Well, oils are healing. So, you know, for me, frankincense is my connection to spirit or to Christ. So it is, you know, the oil that they use, frankincense, myrrh, and gold, right? And so it's one of the oils that I use pretty much in every healing. The cloves is like a disinfectant. That's not the word I want to use, but it works within the immune system, so it helps to clear and stuff. So I think those are why I use those those oils for meditation and stuff, right? But we can go down a whole, that you could do that for an hour right there. Essential oils and their purposes and what they do to the physical body, you know, and how they help heal. So
Interesting. Now you put the oil like directly on your skin, or do you have like a little heater or something?
Nope. I put it right on my forehead usually, or around in hair is the natural diffuser. So you put it in your hair and it's pretty much with you for hours. But you know, wherever, you know, they talk about castor oil being the new cure-all for stomach disorders but it's more than stomach. Castor oil, I've read things about how they heal like cataracts and, you know, healing stomach issues and intestines and defatting livers and all those things. So, you know, castor oil is not an essential oil, but it's still a great product to use to help the body to heal. So I'm not sure why that popped into my head, but there you go.
I was gonna say, tell me more about that, because that's something that, you know, you hear like all the all the older generation talk about, you know, like how you take a spoonful of this, and it's kind of like one of those things ingrained in the back of at least my head that, you know, like back in the day, this was again the cure-all and stuff. And I always thought it was one of those hokum, you know, things, you know, like whatever, but you still use this stuff.
Oh gosh, yeah. So, you know, when I was growing up, castor oil was what you took to clear out constipation.
Okay.
It was my mom's go-to for, so you never talked about being constipated, right? Because it's horrible tasting, at least the stuff that we had. But how we use it nowadays and how you can research this if you want, but it's like they'll do what they call liver packs. So they're a pack that you put the oils on it, like do olive oil and castor oil, so it thins it down a little bit, and then you strap it right to like over the liver or whatever to help detoxify the liver. The easiest way to use it is like and you want an organic, good grade, like brown bottle, green bottle type of thing, so sunlight can't get to it. And so remembering your last connection to your mother, right, was through the belly button. Basically, you know, the umbilical cord where it connected to you. So that is the receptors for everything. It comes into the belly button. So you would pour it into the belly button and let it set there for 5 to 10 minutes and let it absorb into. You do this every day. You know, I know people that do it in the morning and do it at night, but just every day, once a day is good. And let it absorb in for 5 to 10 minutes. And what doesn't absorb, you just rub around the stomach to get it absorbed in the rest of the way. And, you know, I almost 100% guarantee you within 2 to 3 weeks. I mean, it takes a little time, you'll start noticing, if you have stomach issues, a difference within your body. So remembering gut health, right? Gut health is the number one thing for anything else going on with your body. So if you have different things going on, like immune disorders or nervous disorders or whatever, start looking at gut health. Get out of the fried foods. Us that do shows and are always on the road, it is hard to eat healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because I have, we're on the road, you have 15 minutes, you fill up the car and grab something out of the gas station or whatever. Well, they don't have easy things to drive and eat, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or they're not open.
Yeah. Or they're not open. Yeah.
That happens quite a bit when you go to these shows and stuff, is trying to find something that's open afterwards. You get done packing up and stuff and it's 7, 8 o'clock at night or 9, whatever. And
yeah,
nothing's open.
Open, but yeah, gut health is very important.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, we are coming up on the end of the show here. So if you have any more questions about any crystals, what you should get, what you shouldn't get, any incense oils, or anything Reiki or anything pretty much that you can get in a metaphysical shop, throw it in there. Anything that we didn't cover, toss it in before we wrap things up here. Yeah. But you got all kinds of stuff, and I don't want to put you on the spot and make you list everything, but just coming up here in the next couple of weeks, where are your shows going to be? Where can people find you guys in person?
Well, this Saturday we're here in Eau Claire at the Best Western on Mondovi Road, and this is our giveaway. We always do 30 gift bags for the first 30 that attend, right? So the vendors will donate to it and stuff. But Midwest Meta Paracon is giving away 200 free Sunday passes. So 200 people who come to our event, the passes will be at my booth, at the Soul and Synergy booth. So you come in, you stop by our booth and say, I want a free pass to Sunday's show or Sunday's event at the Meta Paracon, and you will get in to see the magic show for free.
And myself.
And Barnaby.
I will be there on Sunday. Well, I'll be there on 3 days, but I am
3 days, yeah. And I'm just gonna really look, I just want to look. Oh, stop it. Go back. Because I have to cheat. I have to look at this so much.
Lee wants to know if it's a turtle Sunday.
You know what, Lee? I will go to Culver's for you. So Sunday, Barnaby is presenting.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Berry's presenting. Heidi Hollis is presenting. Now, Heidi Hollis is going to talk about Shadow People and Hat Man. We have Joe Frankie, adopted per se by the Warrens. He will be talking about the Warrens Family Foundation and investigations with the Warrens. Help me, Barnaby. The Warrens had what store?
And Lorraine Warren.
And Lorraine Warren, yeah. Sunday is also Sherry and Jason Hawes will be doing a presentation or a Q&A. And then April, the psychic housewife of New Jersey, will be going on Sunday. So she's going to talk about, and this is right down our alley, the importance of psychic mediums in the paranormal. So, yeah, quite big. So the only other one, besides Alan Searcy's going to be there, Aaron Sagers, Deb Shaki, she's going to do QHT for us. We're going to do a QHT session. And if you're an Instagram fanatic and you like tarot readers on Instagram, go look up Madam Adam. He's coming from Orlando, Florida to do a presentation and to do tarot readings. So, yeah.
Very cool. And we can't forget my good friend Ronnie LeBlanc from
Expedition. Oh, yes. Yeah, he's a Saturday.
Looking forward to seeing him again.
Yeah. So, really quick. So we're here Saturday in Eau Claire, and then we'll be in Brainerd for you Minnesota people. We'll be up in Brainerd at the end of April. But the one thing as a release that I'd like to do for you, Barnaby, is we're going to be doing what's called Midwest Paganamacon Festival in Eau Claire. So it is all things witchy per se, but not limited to, right? So it is supposed to be the way we have it planned. I'm co-hosting with Reiki Magic and Moonbees here in Eau Claire. And it is opening, closing ceremonies, rituals, hands-on craft, broom making, whatever you want to call it, both days. Seance Friday night, and then costume ball, dinner, and music Saturday night.
Very cool.
So there you go.
Awesome.
And then for you Michigan people, we will be coming to Michigan. We just don't have all the details yet.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Are you going to be, so we got Wisconsin and Minnesota. Do you have anything in Iowa coming up?
We don't. Yeah, not yet. Not yet.
Okay. So. Lee is the Win Michigan, or when was the WitchyCon? Paganamacon.
Oh, good job.
Yeah. I don't have to read it off my screen down here. I can say things.
Yeah, right.
When was the Paganamacon again?
That is October 25th and 26th. So we'll be doing that the October 25th and 26th, the weekend before Halloween, and then the next weekend we go to Duluth to help with the WitchyCon up in Duluth. So.
Yep, and that's the one she did want to know. So yeah. Awesome.
A pagan.
A pagan.
Yeah.
Very cool, man. Well, like I said, we've been working with you. Caps has been working with you guys for years, and you put on amazing events. Just so many wonderful people that are there, and speakers, and all kinds of great stuff. I have met nothing but wonderful people through your events, and yourself and Danny. I had Danny on a couple months ago as well, talking about tarot for anybody that missed that. So he's your husband if you want to go check that stuff out as well. He was a great guest on the show as well. So definitely, if you're anywhere in the Midwest here, definitely come check out one of those events, and all the links are in the show notes for your store. You can order stuff from them directly. Well-trusted, reputable dealer, as well as all the expos and stuff coming up. And if you follow Caps, Cryptids, Anomalies, and the Paranormal Society, our very own Ellie Weisensell will be at the event in Eau Claire this weekend. I will not be, but Ellie will be. So
yeah.
We'll meet Ellie. So.
Ellie's amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right. No last minute questions aside from Lee's Turtle Sunday that she wants. So we're all good there.
So basically the easiest way to find out what we're doing, metaparapro.com.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Thank you.
Absolutely. It's been a blast having you on. I look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks and working more great events with you, man. You take
Sounds
care.
great. Thank you so much.
Yep. Have a good day.
You too.
All right, guys, that is our show for this week. We have all kinds of great stuff coming up. Again, if you are anywhere in Wisconsin or Minnesota or Iowa, I strongly suggest that if you can make it out to one of Terry's events, definitely go check them out. All the links are in the show notes so that you can follow those. And if you want to meet myself and my team in person, all the events of Terry's that we're going to be at are available on our website at wisconsincaps.com. and click on public events tab and you will find it all right there. So until next time, guys, remember, we're all part of the paranormal spectrum. Take care, be well, and I'll see you next week.
You seem to know something I don't. What's going